ॐ गजाननं भूतगणाधिसेवितं कपित्थजम्बूफलचारुभक्षणं उमासूतं शोकविनाशकारकं नमामि विघ्नेश्वरपादपङ्कजम्। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय हरये परमात्मने प्रणतक्लेशनाशाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। ॐ कृष्णाय गोविन्दाय नमः। सीतारामभ्यं नमः। मातृचरणकमलभ्यो नमः। गोब्राह्मणभ्यो नमः। सर्वदेवभ्यो नमः। जय सीताराम। Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my dear all friends, philosophers, and my guides. As you all know, I am Jagannath Panda, in short J.P Sir. My mobile number 8917395368. You can contact me. I am a great spiritual, motivational speaker, mind coach, life coach, counselor, and yoga practitioner, yoga instructor. So the series is going on now about Gita talk. So now I am in the third chapter, I am completed third chapter, and now I am just entering to the chapter number 4th chapter. So my dear viewers, as you all know, you are the great viewers, that's why you are watching such type of videos. And you know, before starting this video, I just simply want to tell something 1 minute. Nowadays, the life is like a disaster. Everyone destroying, everyone has some hatred. There is no love, there is no affection, there is no real friendship, nothing else we can find in this universe. And as well as there is something which is going very wrong, and that should not be in the society. So once again, we have to make ourselves disciplined. We have to make ourselves a strong nation. So that's why every individual should be reformed. So our holy book, which is not studying in our schools, so we should commence that. And in this way, we should change the scenario of our education system. And this is one type of broken education system. There is no moral value, there is no spirituality, there is no humanity. Only the physical study is going on there. So I realize, actually I have been teaching for 20 years to my students. There is a maximum of mental imbalance I saw. So nowadays just I am doing work for the mind coaching. How can I give coaching to the students and the grown-up people also, and they can believe in their subconscious mind and they can motivate themselves towards the right path. So in this way, this is my effort to give the Gita discussion. So let's come and please dive in, and you have showed so many patience to listen my words. Thank you so much for that. I am bowing my head, and as well as I am just holding my hands, giving you congratulations for that. Thank you, dear friends. Let's come to the chapter number 4. And in chapter number 4, started by Lord Sri Krishna, what he says, we will discuss. So please be patient and watch the video till last. It may be 25-30 minutes a chapter, but you have to keep patience, because you know, if you have patience, then the danger will be crossed over. If you calm, cool and satiated, then you can feel the greater height in your life, and you can overcome all the obstacles in your life. The same process Bhagavan Krishna, Lord Krishna, giving good advice to Arjun. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Imang divaswate yogam praktabanahamavyayam divaswan manave praha munarikva kabe bravit. Krishna said, I revealed this immortal yoga to Vivaswana. Vivaswan conveyed it to Manu, his son, and Manu imparted it to his son Ikshvaku. एवं परंपरा प्राप्तमीमं राजर्षयो विदुः स काले नेह महता जोगो नष्टः परन्तप. This transmitted in succession from father to son. Arjun, this yoga remained known to the Rajarsi. So long lapse of time, this yoga got lost to the world. सैवायं मयातिद्य योगः प्रोक्तः पुरातनः भक्तोऽसि मे सखा चेति रहस्यं रोततमं. The same ancient yoga, which is the supreme secret, has this day been imparted to you by me. As you are my devotee and as well as my friend, I am speaking to you. Arjuna Vacha. अपरं भक्तो जन्मं परं जन्म विवस्वतः कथमेतदिदानीयं त्वमाद्यो प्रोक्तवानिति. Arjun said, you are of recent origin, while the birth of Vivaswan dates back to remote antiquity. How then am I to believe that you imparted this yoga at the beginning of the creation? Arjuna is telling that you are just now, so how can I believe that you are also in the past? Sri Bhagavan Uvac, Bahuni me batitani janmani tavacha Arjuna tanyaham veda sarvani natvam vedhya parantapa. God said, Arjun, you and I have passed through many wars. I remember them all. You don't remember. O chastiser of foes. Ajopi sannabhyayatma bhutanamisvaropi san prakriting swamadhishtaya sambhavamyatmayayam. Though birthless and immortal and the Lord of all wings, I manifest myself through my own yogamaya, divine potency, keeping my nature prakriti under control. यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य ग्लानिर्भवति भारत अद्भुत्थानमधर्मस्य तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहम्. Arjun, whenever the righteousness is on the decline, unrighteousness is in the ascendant, then I body myself forth. Paritrānāya sadhunam vināsāya tadaskrutam dharma sansthapanarthāya sambhavami yuge yuge. For the protection of virtuous, for the extirpation of evildoers, and for establishing dharma, righteousness on a firm footing, I manifest myself from age to age. Janma karma chame divyam evam jo veti tattvataha tyaktva deham punarjanma naiti mameti sarjuna. Arjun, my birth and activities are divine. He who knows this in reality is not reborn or living this body but comes to me. Vitaraga vayakrodha samanmaya mamupasritaha bahavo jnana tapasa puta buddhamavagata. Completely rid of attachment, fear and anger, wholly absorbed in me, depending on me and purified by the finesse of wisdom. Many have become one with me even in the past. So Arjun, forget all things. Just try to mix with me. Yes. Ye jatha mang pravadyante tastathiva vadamyam mama vartanu vartante manusyaha varta sarvasa. Arjun, whosoever men seek me, even so do I respond to them. For all men follow my path in every way. Kanchanta karmanang siddhing yajanta ita devata khiprang hi manuse loke siddhir bhavati karmaja. In this world of human beings, men seeking reputation of their activities overseek the gods, for success born of actions follows quickly. Chaturvanyamaya srushta guna karma vivagasa tasya kartaram api mang vidya kartaram abhyayam. The four adults of society, the Brahman, the Kshatriya, the Vaishya, and the Sudra, were created by me, classifying them according to the gunas predominant in each and apportioning corresponding duties to them. Though the originator of this creation know me, the immortal Lord, to be a non-doer. न मं कर्माणि लिम्पन्ति न मे कर्म फलेष्वः इति मां जो विजानाति कर्मभिर्न प्रबध्यते. Since I have no craving for the fruit of actions, actions do not tempt me. Even he who thus knows me in reality is not bound by action. एवं ज्ञात्वा कृतं कर्म पूर्वैरपि मुमुक्षुभिः कुरु कर्मैव तस्मात् त्वं पूर्वै पूर्वतरं कृतं. Having known thus, action was performed even by the ancient seekers for liberation. Therefore, do you also perform actions as have been performed by the ancient from antiquity? किं कर्म किम कर्मेति कवयो यत्र मोहिताः तते कर्म प्रवक्ष्यामि जज्ञात्मा मोक्ष्यसे सुवा. What is action and what is inaction? Even men of intelligence are puzzled over this question. Therefore, I shall expound to you the truth about action, knowing which you will be freed from its evil effects, that is, shackles of karma. कर्मणो ह्यापि बुद्धव्यं बोधव्यं च विकर्मणा अकर्मणश्च बोधव्यं गहना कर्मणो गतिः. The truth about action must be known and the truth of inaction also must be known. Even so, the truth about prohibited action must be known, for mysterious are the ways of action. कर्मण्य कर्मजः पश्येद कर्मणि च कर्मजः सवुद्धि मान्मन्योषेषु सयुक्त कृष्णम कर्मकूता. He who sees in action and action in action is wise among men. He is a yogi who has performed all actions. Jasya sarve samarambha kama sankalpa varjita jnanagni dardha karmana tamahu panditang buddha. Even the wise call him a sage, whose undertakings are all free from desire and sankalpa, and whose actions are burnt up by the fire of wisdom. त्यक्त्वा कर्म फलासंगं नित्य तृप्तो निराश्रयः कर्मण्यभिप्रवृत्तेति नैव किंचित् करोति सः. He who, having totally given up attachment to actions and their fruits, no longer depends on anything in the world and is ever content, does anything at all though fully engaged in action. निरासिर्य कृतात्मा त्यक्त सर्व परिग्रह शारीरं केवलं कर्म कुर्वन्नाप्नोति किलविषं. Having subdued his mind and body and having given up all objects of enjoyment, free from craving, he who performs sheer bodily action does not incur sign. यदृच्छा लाभ संतुष्टो द्वन्द्वातीतो विमत्सरः समासिद्धावसिद्धौ च कृत्वापि न निबध्यते. The karma yogi who is contented with whatever is got unsought is free from jealousy and has transcended all pairs of opposites like joy and grief, and is equipoised in success and failure, is not bound by his action. गत संगस्य मुक्तस्य ज्ञानवस्थित चेतसः पंचयाचरत कर्म समग्रं प्रविलीयते. All his actions get dissolved entirely, who is free from attachment and has no identification with the body and is free from the feeling of mindness, whose mind is established in the knowledge of self and who works merely for the sake of sacrifice. ब्रह्मार्पणं ब्रह्मावीर ब्रह्माग्नो ब्रह्मणो भूतं ब्रह्माभ्यन्तेन गन्तव्यं ब्रह्म कर्म समाधिना. In the practice of seeing Brahma everywhere as a form of sacrifice, Brahma is the ladle with which oblation is poured into the fire. Brahma again is the oblation, Brahma is the fire, Brahma itself is the sacrificer, and so Brahma itself constitutes the act of pouring the oblation into the fire, and finally Brahma is the goal to be reached by him who is absorbed in Brahma as the act of self-sacrifice. दैवमेवा परिजज्ञं योगिना पर्युपासते ब्रह्माग्नाव परिजज्ञं यज्ञेन वोपजुयति. Other yogis duly offer sacrifice only in the form of worship to gods, while others perform sacrifice by offering the self by self itself in the fire of Brahma. स्वत्रादेन्द्रियानंद्र संजमाग्नि से जोयति शब्दादीन्निशयानन्य इंद्रियाग्नि से जोयति. Others offer a sacrifice their senses of hearing etc. into the fires of self-discipline. Others yogis offer sound and other objects of perception into the fires of the senses. सर्वांद्रियाणि कर्माणि प्राणकर्माणि चापरे आत्मसंयम योगिनो जुयति ज्ञानदीपते. Others sacrifice all the function of their senses and the functions of the vital airs, prana, into the fire of yoga in the self of self-control kindled by wisdom. Drabya jagya sadvo jagyo yoga jagya sato satapare swadhyaya jnana jagyasya tapasya sansita vrataha. Some perform sacrifice with material possessions, some offer sacrifice in the shape of austerities, others sacrifice through the practice of yoga, while some striving souls observing austere vows perform sacrifice in the shape of wisdom through the study of sacred texts. Different of sacrifice and different of austerity are doing the peoples. Apane juyati pranam pranopanam tata pare प्राणपापनगति दृष्ट्वा प्राणायाम परायणा अपरे नियतहारा प्राणपन्नि सजोयति सर्वेप्येति यज्ञविदो यज्ञक्षपितकल्पं सा. Other yogis offer the act of exhalation into that of inhalation. Even so, others the act of inhalation into that of exhalation. There are still others given to the practice of pranayama and breath control, who having regulated their diet and control the process of exhalation and inhalation both, pour their vital airs into the vital airs themselves. All these have their signs consumed away by sacrifice and understand the meaning of sacrifice shall or see. Jagyasistamrita bhujo janti brahma sanatanam nayan lokastha jagyasya krutanya kurusattama. Arjun, yogis who enjoy the nectar that has been left over after the performance of the sacrifice attain the eternal Brahma. The man who doesn't offer sacrifice, even this world is not happy, how then can the other world be happy? Evam bhavida jagya vittata brahmano mukhe karma jinvidhi tanna sarvena gyantva vimukhyase. Many such forms of sacrifice have been set forth in detail in the Vedas. Know them all as involving the action of mind, senses and body. Thus knowing the truth about them, you shall be freed from the bondage of action through their performance. Sreyanya Drabhyaya Jagya Jnana Jagya Parandava Sarva Karma Khilang Partha Jnane Parisamapyate. Arjun, sacrifice to knowledge is superior to sacrifice performed with the material things. For all actions without exception culminate in knowledge, O son of Kunti. Viddhi pranipatena pariprasnena sevaya upadikshyanti te jnanam jnanina tattvadarshina. Knowledge, Upanishad, understand the true nature of that knowledge by approaching seers of truth. If you prostrate at their feet, render them service and question them with an open and guileless heart, those wise seers of truth will instruct you in that knowledge. Jagyastvana punarmohamivang jasyasi pandava jena bhutanyasesena drakshyasyatmanyathodhatimayi. Arjun, when you have achieved enlightenment, ignorance will delude in no more. In the light of that knowledge, you will see the entire creation fast within your own self and then in me. अपि चेदसि प्रापेभ्यः सर्वेभ्यः पापकृत्तमा सर्वज्ञान प्लेबेनैव ब्रूजिनं सन्तरिष्यति. Even if you were the most sinful of all sinners, this knowledge alone would carry you like a raft across all your sins. जथेदंसि समिद्धोऽग्निर्भस्मा कुरुतेऽर्जुन ज्ञानाग्नि सर्वकर्माणि भस्मा कुरुते तथा. For as the blazing fire reduces the fuel to ashes, Arjun, even so the fire of knowledge turns all actions to ashes. Nahi jnanena tatsadrusam pavitram vidyate tasvayam yoga sansiddha kalena atmani vindati. In this world there is no purifier as great as knowledge. He who has attained purity of heart through prolonged practice of karma yoga automatically sees the light of truth in the self in course of time. Sadavan lavati jnanam tatpara sanjatindriya jnanam labdha parang santi majirena digacchati. He who has mastered his senses, exclusively devoted to his practice, and is full of faith attains knowledge. Having had the revelation of truth, he immediately attains supreme peace in the form of God realization. अज्ञाश्च श्रद्धयानश्च संशयात्मा विनश्यति नायं लोकस्ति न परो न सुखं संशयात्मनः. He who lacks discrimination is devoid of faith and is at the same time possessed by doubt is lost to the spiritual path. For the doubting soul there is neither this world nor the world beyond nor even happiness. योग संन्यास कर्माणं ज्ञान सच्चिन्न संशयं आत्मवन्तं न कर्माणि विघ्न Nivadnanti Dhananjaya. Arjun, actions do not bind him who has dedicated all his actions to God according to the spirit of Karma Yoga, whose doubts have been dispelled by wisdom and who is self-possessed. Tasmad jnana sambhutam kutastham jnanasinatmana chitvena sansayam yoga matishto tishta bharata. Therefore, Arjun, slashing to pieces with the sword of knowledge this doubt in your heart, burn of ignorance, establish yourself in Karma Yoga in the shape of even-mindedness and stand up for fight. Om Tassaditi Srimad Bhagavad Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Sastri Shri Krishna Sambhadi Jnana Karma Sannyasa Yoga Nama Chaturtadhyaya. Thus in the Upanishad sang by the Lord, the science of the Brahma, the scripture of yoga, the dialogue between Sri Krishna and Arjun, ends the fourth chapter entitled the Yoga of Knowledge, as well as the disciplines of action of knowledge. This is called Bhakti Yoga, finished of the Bhakti Yoga. Sarve bhavantu sukhina, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani pasyantu, ma kasya dukkha bhaveet. Om Shanti, Shanti,